Have you ever wondered why some people live to be over 100 years old, yet remain sharp, flexible, and cheerful, almost as if they are still young? Meanwhile, many of us in our 50s are already dealing with back pain, sore joints, dizziness, and forgetfulness, struggling every day with supplements, the gym, or strenuous workouts, but still seeing no results. However, in Japan, the country with the highest percentage of people over 100 years old in the world, more than 90,000 elderly men and women are still walking, tending to plants, making tea, chatting, and laughing every day. All naturally, without medication or a gym. Scientists from Harvard and Stanford University have discovered a surprising secret. It's not due to good genes, nor strict dieting, but rather thanks to 6 simple movements they perform every day, each taking only a few minutes, but helping their bodies and minds stay younger by decades. In this video, you will learn exactly what those 6 movements are. Stay tuned, as this could be the key to growing old but still living fully, just like the Japanese. Number 1. The balance secret, the Japanese longevity exercise. It might sound strange, but in Japan, doctors actually prescribe the one-leg stand exercise, much like how Western doctors prescribe medication. For those over 60 years old, the official recommendation is stand on one leg for 1 minute on each side, twice a day. The interesting thing is that this exercise is covered by Japan's health insurance, as its effectiveness has been proven with clear scientific data. A 15-year study at Fukuoka University, involving more than 12,000 people, showed that those who practiced standing on one leg daily reduced their risk of hip fractures by 68% and had 75% fewer hospitalizations due to falls. Magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, scans of the brain also revealed an increase in gray matter density in the motor cortex and cerebellum, 2 areas responsible for coordination and balance. When standing on one leg, the body must continuously make thousands of small adjustments every minute to avoid falling. These micro-adjustments not only strengthen muscles, but also train the neuromuscular system, helping the brain and body work together more smoothly. The body's position sensors, proprioceptors, become more active. The vestibular system in the ear becomes more sensitive, and the brain processes visual information faster since it has to constantly coordinate data from multiple sources simultaneously. In other words, standing on one leg is a full-body workout for the muscles, nerves, and brain. How to do it safely. Stand near a wall or a sturdy chair for safety. Lift one leg about 2 to 3 centimeters off the ground. Fix your gaze on a point about 3 meters away. Keep your breathing natural and hold the position for 30 seconds. Switch legs and repeat. Once you're comfortable with the exercise, try closing your eyes. At this point, your brain has to rely solely on itself, without the help of vision, which significantly improves your balance ability. The Japanese are very clever at incorporating this exercise into daily life. For example, standing on one leg while brushing your teeth, just 2 minutes a day. But when done consistently for many years, they create a habit loop that helps the body become more flexible and responsive without the need for additional dedicated workout time. The key principle is progressive overload. When 30 seconds becomes easy, increase it to 45 seconds. When you can balance with your eyes closed, try standing on a folded towel to add an extra challenge, or add small movements. Rotate your head back and forth, raise your arms, draw small circles with the lifted foot. Each variation helps activate new areas of the nervous system and maintain the ability to form new neural connections, neuroplasticity, a crucial factor for youthful energy and mental agility. Scientists at the Mayo Clinic discovered that the ability to stand on one leg predicts lifespan more accurately than blood pressure or cholesterol levels. People over 60 who can maintain balance for 30 seconds have a similar life expectancy to those 10 years younger. Number 2. Deep squat posture, the secret to longevity and flexibility in Japan. If you've ever strolled around a Japanese park or garden, you're likely to have seen a familiar sight: elderly men and women comfortably squatting with their heels touching the ground, chatting while pulling weeds or feeding fish. They can stay in this position for 10, 20, even 30 minutes without a problem. In the West, however, most people over 60 would struggle to maintain it for even 10 seconds. This isn't just a sign of flexibility, but also the result of a cultural habit of movement. The deep squat is a natural posture for humans. Our ancestors used to squat like this for cooking, resting, or even chatting. But with the rise of chairs in modern life, we've gradually lost the ability to squat like that. The Japanese, however, have maintained it because they practice it daily, accumulating 20 to 30 minutes throughout the day without needing a gym. A 12-year study by the Tokyo Institute of Geriatrics, involving more than 5,000 elderly participants, revealed astonishing results. Those who could squat deeply for at least 2 minutes had a 70% higher chance of living independently, and on average, maintained their flexibility and autonomy for nearly 9 years longer than those who couldn't. Why does this posture rejuvenate the body? Squatting opens up the hip joints to their maximum range, helping prevent stiffness in the joint capsules, which is the reason many older adults walk in a heavy and slow manner. At the same time, this posture also maintains the flexibility of the ankles and improves balance control, strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, leading to better bladder control, reduces pressure on the spine, allowing nutrients to be absorbed into the discs. This is the spine's natural self-healing mechanism. A research group at Harvard even found that cultures that maintain the squatting position have an 80% lower hip replacement rate and a 60% lower incidence of chronic back pain. In other words, squatting not only helps improve flexibility, it also helps preserve the youthfulness of your joints. A simple and safe way to practice. Lean your back against a wall for support. Place your feet shoulder-width apart, with toes slightly pointed outward. Slowly lower your body, keeping your knees aligned with your toes. If your heels don't touch the ground, you can place a rolled towel under them. Hold the position for 30 seconds, then gently stand up. As you get used to it, gradually increase the duration each time. A helpful tip: the effectiveness comes from frequency, not duration. 5. 1-minute squats spread throughout the day is better than trying to hold one 5-minute squat. The Japanese often take the opportunity to squat while watching TV, waiting for the bus, or gardening, because for them, this isn't exercise. It's a natural part of life, incorporating it into daily life. You can practice squatting when bending down to pick something up from a low shelf, playing with grandchildren, or tying your shoes. By simply replacing the bending motion with a squat, you're subtly retraining your body, making your hip joints more flexible, improving your balance, and maintaining independence as you age. Number 3. The king of all movements, towel twist. Sometimes, the greatest inventions come from the simplest things. The towel twist exercise, or tenugui hibiki in Japanese, is a perfect example of this. It doesn't require weights, machines, or anything fancy, just a small hand towel. However, this seemingly simple movement is considered by elderly Japanese people to be the secret to staying young, helping them maintain strength, intellect, and mental clarity throughout their lives. Experts even call it a movement that changes the concept of aging. It may seem simple, but the effects of this exercise are far deeper than they appear. When holding the towel with both hands and extending it forward, then twisting the towel in a special way, the body triggers a chain reaction. A series of muscle groups contract isometrically, from the feet to the core, from the spine all the way to the facial muscles, Researchers at Taku University attached electrodes to measure muscle activity and found that the deep stabilizing muscles along the spine were strongly activated. The small muscles in the feet, which are rarely stimulated in daily activities, also woke up. Even the muscles in the face showed a noticeable increase in electrical activity. A 20-year study involving 15,000 elderly Japanese people left the scientific community astounded. Just 2 minutes of tenugui hibiki practice every day led to an average increase in life expectancy of 7 years. Hand strength, which is a predictor of the ability to live independently and lifespan, remained at a healthy level until the age of 92. Bone density was equivalent to that of someone 20 years younger. And the most surprising part, brain scans showed that both hemispheres of the brain were activated simultaneously while twisting the towel, helping form new neural connections, improving memory, reaction speed, and significantly reducing the risk of dementia. How to perform tenugi hibiki. Hold the towel horizontally across your shoulders, with your hands about 45 centimeters, about 18 inches apart. Stretch the towel outward to the sides, imagining you're trying to tear it apart. While maintaining that tension, rotate your upper body to the right, keeping your hips still. Pause at the maximum rotation for 3 seconds. Then, return to the center and rotate to the left. The most important thing is to maintain constant tension. It is this tension that forces every stabilizing muscle group in the body to engage in order to maintain balance. Remember the breathing rhythm. Inhale as you return to the center. Exhale as you rotate your body. This type of breathing activates the vagus nerve, the natural brake of the nervous system, putting the body into a state of deep relaxation, reducing inflammation, and promoting mental calmness. On a biological level, this exercise creates a miracle. The isometric muscle contractions during the towel twist stimulate the body to release myokines, special proteins that scientists refer to as the hormones of muscle. These myokines have the ability to reduce systemic inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and even promote the growth of new brain cells, neurogenesis. What's remarkable is that the towel twist generates a higher amount of myokines than any other exercise measured. A simple movement, yet its effects ripple throughout the entire body, from muscles and joints to the brain and immune system. The ideal time to practice. The Japanese typically practice tenugui hibiki twice a day. In the morning, after waking up, it helps wake up the nervous system and recharge energy. In the evening, before going to sleep, it helps the body relax, reduces inflammation, and improves sleep quality. Just 1 minute in the morning and 1 minute at night. No gym, no equipment, no complicated workout schedule. But the effects far surpass hours of regular exercise. The secret of the towel twist doesn't lie in the towel, but in how the body relearns coordination, strength, and mindfulness simultaneously. That's why the Japanese call it hibiki, which means resonance, because each time you twist the towel, your body and mind harmonize, creating a resonance of youth, vitality, and clarity. That's all for today. We've just explored the first 3 movements of this incredible Japanese exercise method, and you've taken an important step toward better strength, balance, and energy. In the next video, we'll continue with the remaining 3 exercises, each one designed to deepen your results and help your body feel even more alive and youthful. So, don't miss it. Follow us to stay updated and be the first to learn new health lessons, tips, and routines that are easy to do and truly effective. Your journey to a stronger, calmer, and healthier you has only just begun, and we can't wait to keep moving forward with you.